Greetings from New York City. I'm Phil and we're running the bridges. It's a video series where we visit all the bridges in New York City that you can run across. Big, the small, the old, the new, the world famous icons, and the ones you've never even heard of. And today we are visiting the 145th Street Bridge, and this bridge connects Manhattan with the Bronx. It goes over the Harlem River, and there's a little bit of the bridge. I'll get to there in a second. There's a very busy intersection right here in Manhattan, 145th and Lenox. 145th is one of the main cross streets in Harlem. And so a little bit about this bridge. First of all, this is one of the newest bridges in Manhattan. The first bridge was built here between 1901 and 1905, designed by Alfred Bowler, who actually designed a number of the bridges in Manhattan at that time, particularly those across the Harlem River. And it was a swing bridge as well. This one is also a swing bridge. And that was built shortly after the dredging of the Harlem River Ship Canal, and so I had to conform to certain specifications. It was also one of the first bridges to be powered by electricity rather than steam. And the current bridge was built. It was starting in 2004. They started redoing the approaches, and it was completed in 2007. In June of 2007, the entire bridgeway was closed for about seven months between November 2006 and June 2007. The bridge itself was floated in on a barge. The swing span itself was floated in on a barge, raised into place. And I remember that. I remember seeing that people up here on the barge. It was pretty cool. So this bridge was opened in June of 2007. And just the intersection here, 145th and Lenox, there is a nice little park right on the southeast corner where if you need to use a restroom, if you need to get some water, we're going to go ahead and go across. There is a little greenway, a little park on, I believe they call it Harlem River Park, is just to the south. And it doesn't extend like the length of along the water. It goes from like 145th Street down to about 135th Street. You don't have access immediately here. The nearest access is like 139th Street. It's a nice little park, but it's not a like continuation of the waterfront area. It doesn't continue up and down the island. But it's always wonderful. It's always fun to run across the bridges of Manhattan and bridges of the Harlem River. And at this point, the bridges are pretty close together. So the nearest bridges, the McCombs Bridge, is about a half a mile to the north, and the Madison Avenue Bridge is about a half a mile to the south. And we'll take just a quick look. I'll get on the bridge and take a look. So, okay. And so there you see the main swing span, and you see the plaque up there. You notice it was 2007. And to the south, you see the Madison Avenue Bridge. You can see that off to the south, and then off to the north, the Coombs Dam Bridge. We have not yet visited that bridge in this series. We have visited the Madison Avenue Bridge. So, if you remember, also a quick note, if you remember in that video I mentioned, that bridge the Madison Avenue Bridge is the last place where the Manhattan and the Bronx street grid numbering system line up. Because that enters at 138th Street in the Bronx, and it has the one exit in Manhattan at 138th Street. After that, the streets of the two boroughs are different lengths. The numbering system gets off. The Bronx doesn't use the same exact grid either. So we're at 145th. You see, it's just a nice view up and down the river. All right. So we were at 145th and Lenox, and then when we get into the Bronx, we're going to be at 149th Street and River Avenue. And if you are taking the subway up here, the 3 train stops right there on 145th and Lenox. And on the Bronx side, just a few blocks away on the Grand Concourse, there's at 149th Street, there's a stop for the 2, 4, and 5 trains. And there's not a lot specifically up here to see. There's some new residential housing going up there. If you go a little bit up to the north, we get to some big box stores. Bronx Terminal Market. There's a nice little parkway along the river here on the Bronx side, just to the north of the bridge, between here and the Coombs Dam Bridge. It's not real extensive, but it's a nice waterfront area. Okay. All right. And did I say River Avenue? I meant exterior Avenue. River Avenue also. This exterior avenue right here, the one that kind of goes off to the side, that's River Avenue. And Bronx Terminal Market. You got some of the big box stores. And so there you have it. 145th Street Bridge between Manhattan and the Bronx. A very nice little ride. And I hope to see you out here sometime. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you up here sometime. And let's see where the wind takes us for the next time, all right? Take care. Bye-bye.